Hello again, welcome to another video on my channel. So today, yet again, we are making a custom. This time it will be on the CollectA Mardal stallion. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. That I will be transforming into a dapple grey. So I have never really done a dapple grey custom before. So it will be an adventure and you will see why soon. But without further ado, let's get to it. So first I tried to really prep this horse. The issue was that he had, I don't know, it was some old paint, maybe some old primer that was very sticky, that really enabled me to really sand him down. So that was a bit of a struggle, which is why I figured I will just go ahead and spray him with primer, which turned out to not be the greatest because the color, for some reason, I don't know, I just assumed it would be grey because it looked grey when I bought it, but when I tried it, it was very interesting. Yeah, it lives up to its name, which is Gunmetal Grey, by the way, like this horse, because yeah, this horse was named by this god-awful primer. It was a bit of a struggle. It was sticky, it was hard to work with, and also metal and shiny. So eventually I just decided to spray some white primer over it, primer that I know and can rely on and will not surprise me like that. So that's what I did, and I managed to get a somewhat even base that I finally was able to prime. Then it was time for pastels, obviously, and like I said earlier, this horse will be a dapple grey, which is why I just had white and black, and I followed my reference picture and just started with the base without the dapples, because I had an idea how to do that, but as you will see later, it did not quite work. So the idea was to just add a bit of white, seal it, and then add a bit of grey and use this razor to get off a bit of pastels to create dapples, revealing the white underneath. The issue was that I added too little white, it was definitely too dark underneath, and it just failed. So I decided, you know what, I will paint them on later. Because yes, that is definitely a very bright idea with my painting skills, but you know what? Yeah, it failed. It's exactly as you think. It was bad. But speaking of painting, this horse got some serious white on him and a very sad attempt of painting on dapples, and he also got his hooves painted. I added some details onto his head as always, and I have to say those are probably like the best eyes I have ever done, so I am a little proud. He got some face marking too, and then I just figured that I could use pastels. And that is what I did. Here you can see that his mane is also painted just black, but the tail was like a mix, you know, an ombre. The tip of it, the end of the tail is white and the top part is black. And so I just used pastels to add the dapples on, and then I mixed a bit of red and white to create this pink-ish tone that I used on bits of those white markings to like create this effect of pink skin peeking out from beneath. And when that was done and the paint was dry, I gave him the final very thorough layer of sealant to seal in everything, and then I added gloss, of course, and he is done. So, as always, a few words from me before I let you just enjoy this little show of the final result. I have to say this horse was a challenge in many ways, as I mentioned, but I had lots of fun because I learned something new, and overall I think it's not that bad. So if you like this video, feel free to like it, feel free to subscribe, and check out my other social media. Everything is in the description of this video. Bye!